You know what? I think I've got room to start one more series. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always, I'm Andrew, and today I've got another video for you. But before we get to that video, make sure you're liking and subscribing, and hitting that bell notification so you can get regular updates when I put out new content. Plus every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. With that said, guys, this is a video that I've seen a lot of channels doing recently. Specifically, I believe the one that initially caught my attention was on Joana Sousa's channel, which I will link down below because I absolutely love Joana. She is fantastic, and this video is basically my unfinished series pile. I'm sure I can figure out a better name for it, but guys, I'm surrounded by 2 stacks of books here. Thankfully, I don't have as many in progress series as Joana, but yeah, I've got enough, and a lot of them are big old chunkers. So these aren't in any particular order. Some of these I'm close to finishing, others not even close. Like, I'm in trouble. An honorable mention here, though, is one reread. I'm in the middle of 2 rereads, but one's being finished this month, so I'm not going to include it. The one that I'm finishing this month is Dragonlance Chronicles. I've read that one many times. That is a reread, so I already know how that trilogy concludes. Another one, I've only read this one time, but basically this is the trilogy or quartet, depending on what format you've got it in. But I am on a reread of of the Memory Sorrow and Thorn, starting this month. I should probably be wrapping up series, but this is the monthly, or the next 4 months read-along for the Wizardly Duo Discord. So if you want to hop in, you can still pick up a copy. Alright, now on to the real answers. These are all ones that I've either started, am starting, or am currently in the middle of. And I've kind of selected either the most current book or the first book in each series. And so I'm going to start with one that is wrapping up this month. I have been doing a buddy read with somebody in my Discord for the last 3 to 4 months, and that is going to be Mike Shell's Iconoclast. I love the Iconoclast. It's so good, guys. I have zero regrets, and these are gorgeous physical copies. Definitely worth the money and the investment. They look gorgeous on the shelf, but this is a fantastic series. I have zero regrets slotting this into the TBR and moving it way up and starting it when I did because I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of feels, and yeah, no, I love Mike Shell's Iconoclasts. Starting this month, because this is when I'm starting this month, I am starting Senlin Ascends. This is going to basically wrap up in November. If I can stick to my TBR and read one a month, then I will be done with Senlin Ascends at the end of November when I've got my hands on Fall of Babel. So there's number 2. We're going to say number 2. We're going to actually move on to number 3 now. And this is one where I have no idea when I'm going to be able to possibly resume this series. Even though I already own the next 6 books, I started Draenei, I think 3 months ago. And I've just been buying up the books, and I have no idea when I'm going to be able to fit this into my TBR. I have zero clue when I can fit this into my TBR. I want to, because I love David Gemmell. And I have a question. Is it David Gemmell or David Gemmell? I've heard it pronounced both ways. So let me know in the comments down below which one it is. Because I've heard the G pronounced as a J, and I've also heard it pronounced as a G. So I don't know. But I loved Legend, and we did it as a monthly pick for the Wizardly Duo Discord a few months ago. I think for May, maybe? And absolutely fell in love with this. I had mild complaints, mainly because I just wanted more. Another one that is starting this month, because, you know, I don't know when to stop. I am starting Empire in Black and Gold, the book 1 on the Shadows of the Apt by Adrian Tchaikovsky, who is a very prolific writer. I've got a ton of his books already, never read a word. But I am starting this one this month based off of a recommendation from Dominish Books And for the read-along for the next 4 months on the Library of Alexandria's Discord. He has chosen the first 4 books of Shadows of the Abt, and I could not be more excited. Moving right along, I am currently reading, I actually just last night finished the first book in this particular trilogy within this series. And if that gives you any clue, I'm still making my way through Realm of the Elderlings. I actually just finished Fool's Errand last night, and I cried. I loved this book. But we're not here to do a review. We're here to talk about my irresponsibility. And that irresponsibility is, this is a 16-book series that I have been reading now for 8 months. And I'm only on book 8. So I guess 1 a month isn't too bad. No, I've been reading this for 10 months. Don't let me lie to you. I've been reading it for 10 months. Yeah. It's fantastic, but it's slow going. I am definitely going to finish the Tawny Man trilogy. I don't know if I'm going straight into the Rainwild Chronicles. Depends on if some friends of mine are willing to twist my arm. You know who you are! Another one that I have recently started based off of a recommendation from somebody in the Discord. And I just fell in love with this series. If you already saw the red cover, it's gonna be Unsold. Cradle, book 1. I have actually finished the first 3. And I believe the 10th one is getting ready to come out this year. So I've still got another 7 books to read this year from Mr. Will White. And I am in love with Cradle, y'all. I love these short little books. Fantastic. And speaking of short little books, I'm also in the middle of this little gem right here. See how short that is? Yeah, the fact that I'm this excited means it's that good. Oh, Nightfall, Nightmareland Chronicles by Daniel Barnett. I am slowly collecting these in physical copy. I've already got them on ebook. I love this series. I believe Daniel's almost done with book 6. And the excitement level is real. Like, I cannot wait to get my hands on that 6th book. And guys, if you're not reading Nightmareland Chronicles, what are you doing? If you're not reading Unsold, what are you doing? Fit it into the TBR, I'm telling you. So good. So good. I am getting ready to read the 4th book on this month, by the way. Alright, so stack. I've lost track of the number of series, but I read a couple months ago Iron Gold, which is the first book in the 2nd trilogy of the Red Rising saga. And I really liked this one. I didn't love it as much as Golden Sun and Morningstar, mainly because we get multiple POVs here. Not the point. I was supposed to read Dark Age, I believe, in June. I was supposed to read Dark Age in June, and that just didn't happen. And now it's been a couple more months. It's not on my August TBR. It's not on my September TBR either. It'll either have to be... I hope to finish Dark Age sometime this year, so that I am then ready to pick up the last Red Rising book when all is said and done. And then another new favorite of mine, boom, Discworld, specifically City Watch. I'm not going to count all of Discworld here. I'm literally counting the City Watch subset of the series. I just started today, book 5, The Fifth Elephant. And I'm really enjoying it. And I want to read all the books all the time. And Discworld is one of those ones where it's just the sweetest candy. It's a huge reward, very rewarding. Just love it. And I just struggle to find time to get back to it. But so far, I've been doing pretty well at 1 a month. But I am loving the City Watch Discworld collection. And then this is one that I read this in November. I've got actually 2 copies of this book. I've got the deluxe edition and I've got the mass market paperback. I want to hold up this one because I actually really like this art. You got Paul kind of in the middle of the U. I just love that. And like little steps. It's just so cool. I just noticed it's got a fake sticker on it, which upsets me. But whatever. Not the point. Let's not get on that tangent about fake stickers, because I know y'all understand. But I read Dune in November. A bunch of people are that I'm talking to are doing a Dune read through, the Frank Herbert Dunes, starting in August of this month. I am still fairly fresh on this, so I am not doing a reread on this one this month. But I am picking up Messiah next month in September, and we'll be continuing on from there. So I am super excited to be getting back into the universe that is Dune. But this one is just one that I've had sitting for quite some time. Alright, on to the last pile. This big honker. I have read the first 3 books in Malazan, Book of the Fallen. I love Malazan, but it does not love me back because sometimes I struggle with my reading comprehension here. It's just so grand in scope that I've decided to slow way down and kind of read these at my own pace and really pick them up when I'm in the mood for them, because I don't want to burn out on the series, and I really, really, really enjoy Malazan because it's just so grand in scope, and there's so much going on, and like epic battles and magic and warrens and yeah, it's so much to take in that sometimes I'm just like, what is going on? Who are you? What race are you? I don't know what that word is. What's happening? And yeah, so Malazan is kind of a when the mood strikes me at this point. I am enjoying it, and I will get back to it. Hopefully in the next couple months. In fact, I think I might slot one in October. We'll see what happens. I haven't made my October TBR yet. And another one that I'm actually reading this one this month. I read Empire of Silence. Not this one specifically, but I read Empire of Silence 2 or 3 months ago with my good friend Walker from Walker Writes 7. And we both enjoyed it relatively, but we felt like it was very been here, done that. And I know there's a lot of people who disagree and say that this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. It is really good. It's very beautifully written. I just had a lot of recency bias when I read this. But the end had a really good hook. And so this month I'm reading Howling Dark. But I've still got one more book after that, Demon in White, which is, again, if you're looking at these may not look super big, but it is dense, and it is packed in there, and it is small font. These are chunkers. This took me almost 2 weeks to read. So, yeah, I am loving Sun Eater, but it might take me a minute to get to Demon in White after I'm done with Howling Dark this month. Another one that I'm actually currently in the middle of, I am halfway done with book 2. And because I've said book 2 of The Expanse, you know I'm in trouble because there's 9 books in this series. I'm really, really enjoying Calibans War. Sorry, I forgot the name of the book. But I'm really enjoying Calibans War, specifically because it feels like an improvement on Leviathan Wakes. I mean, it's got all the language descriptors on how the dialogue is presented. It has been, most of my issues are starting to be addressed. It could still use a little bit more polish, but it's not as rough as it was from this entry. So I'm really enjoying Calibans War. I don't know when I'm going to get to the next 7 books. I think I've got up to book 5. So we'll see what happens. And then starting in September, but because there's 3 trilogies in this world, I am technically in the middle of it. I am starting this next month with Best Served Cold. I am diving back into the First Law world with these standalone books. Because technically it's a trilogy of standalones. But then I also have the first 2 in the Age of Madness as well, because I don't know when to stop. But I am diving into this one in September with, I believe, Megan from Megan's Reading Revelations, because I love reading with Megan because she's awesome. And she's also just a lot of fun to talk to and hang out with, and I just keep signing up with buddy reads for her, because why not? But yes, diving back into First Law here soon, so that I can kind of get caught up and wrap all that up. I started this one last month, and it took me a bit to finish this. I believe this one, what is this? This is the Legacy Trilogy? Yeah, this is the Legacy Trilogy by Matthew Ward. I really enjoyed this book. Luckily, this is only a trilogy of big chonkers. I don't know if you can see Legacy of Steel right here. Legacy of Steel is just as big. That's book 2. No idea when I'm fitting that into my TBR, but it'll happen eventually because the 3rd book drops this month, and I've already got it pre-ordered because I enjoyed this one just enough to go ahead and warrant a pre-order. Not just enough. It was actually really, really good. It just took me about 120 pages to really get immersed in what was going on in this book. But I loved this book by the end. Really, really, really good. And then I must apologize to my good friend Nico, because when I launched my channel, we started reading this gorgeous book, which is The Crown of Stars by Kate Elliott. I read King's Dragon, and I really, really loved it. I read this in like 4 days. I really loved it, and I have had Prince of Dogs on my TBR, I think twice, and it's been pushed both times. It just hasn't made the cut. There's another 6 books in this. I'm not DNFing the series. I love the series. I loved this book. And I just don't know when I could possibly get back to it. I'm going to try here soon. I at least want to have the 2nd book done by the end of this year. I can at least do that for you, Nico. I will attempt this. You got to hold me to it, though. You got to make me put it on my TBR. That said, guys, that is all of the books and series that I'm currently in the middle of that I physically own. However, I do have 2, count them, 1, 2 series on Kindle, which is a lot better than I thought I had, that I'm still currently in the middle of. The first one is Fred the Vampire Accountant by Drew Hayes. I was caught up on the series, and then Drew decided to release book 7 in Fred the Vampire Accountant. So now it is back into progress because I am not caught up. And then the next one is the Threadlight series by Zach Argyle. I read Voice of War a couple months ago, and I just haven't been able to get to Stone of Tears, which is book 2. And I'm really, really, really wanting to get to it, so we're going to see when that happens. I'm probably just going to mood read it on a whim and just kind of slot that in there. But that said, guys, that is everything that I am currently in the progress of. I think that comes to around like 16, 17, maybe 20 series. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully I can wrap up a couple of these before the year is out. If not, shame on me. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? I've got too many going on? Do I have just enough? Which one should I prioritize? Let me know your ongoing open series that you're currently in the middle of in the comment section down below. Or check the description as well for the link to the Wizzly Duo Discord. We would love to have you jump on in and talk to us on a regular basis. So, till next time, guys, peace out, stay magical, bye.